So it's been 10 years since I last did my 10-year Toronto Raptors rebuild, and I feel like they're in such an interesting position, especially when it's going to come to the 2024 trade deadline, because they got two big pending free agents, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. Will they trade them or will they keep them? So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Like I said, it's going to be a Toronto Raptors rebuild. We have simulated to the 2024 trade deadline. We're 3 games under 500. That's pretty much a realistic record on where I could see the Raptors at that point in February. The Atlanta Hawks are at the top of the Eastern Conference. When it comes to Eastern Conference rankings, we are dead last in points per game. Yeah, we are the worst offensive team in the East. And when it comes to defense, we are actually the 5th best. So we know our defense is good. We know our offense is bad. I did have Grady Dick in the G League up until this point. I'm excited to let Scotty Barnes flourish and just kind of make him that #1 long-term option. Pascal Siakam, we are going to look to trade. I think I'm going to look to trade Siakam, but keep Anunoby, because Anunoby is one of the best defensive players in the league. I don't really want to pay him $30 million, but if I can get him on like a 3-year, $75 million deal, I will do it. I know he's having a down offensive year for us here in 2K. Come on, 2K, let's get start today going here so we don't have to see this. But yeah, he's having a down year, so maybe we can get him back on a discount. We could look to also move Dennis Schroeder. I don't think we're going to be able to move Jakob Poeltl at the deadline. Our pick is top 4 protected. So if we win the lottery, we will be able to keep our pick, but if not, it's going to go to San Antonio from the Poeltl trade last year. All right, I'm going to offer this trade to the Brooklyn Nets. Pascal Siakam, Garrett Temple, Malachi Flynn for Dariq Whitehead, a swap worse next year between the Nets and the Rockets, Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't even know if they'll accept this trade. They counter with Scotty Barnes. All right, I think we're far apart. And of course, Ben Simmons is 2.5 stars, so I don't think we're going to be able to get this deal done. We could try it with just Ben Simmons instead. They do counter Gary Trent Jr. and a first. Okay, so at least we're making progress. I don't want to trade any of my future first. So what about this? I throw in Gary Trent, who's an expiring deal. You throw in Royce O'Neal. I would give you maybe 2 seconds, but that's probably the most I would do in this deal. They want 1 more second. All right, let's get this deal done. Boom. We just traded Pascal Siakam to the Brooklyn Nets. We are going to get a pick probably in the 20s next year. And we get Dariq Whitehead, who I think we can actually develop, which I'm excited to have. I think for the end of the year, I'm going to send him to the G League. The Raptors 905. I just called up Grady Dick from the G League. And Siakam was potentially going to walk in the offseason. So I'm glad I at least got a first rounder and Dariq Whitehead for him. I mean, we did have to pay Ben Simmons, or we do have to pay him $37 million next year, but it's not the end of the world because I wasn't really going to sign anybody this offseason anyway. And we're going to do this trade with the LA Clippers. I'm going to give them Dennis Schroeder. They're going to give me Terrence Mann and a 2028 unprotected first round pick. So yeah, we are selling a little bit at the deadline. I'm excited to construct this new rotation though. All right, so this is going to be the rotation for the end of the year. We're going to go Ben Simmons at the point guard spot. This floor spacing is going to be horrendous, but we have Anunoby and Barnes getting 35 minutes apiece. We'll Boucher at the 4, Poeltl at the 5, with Dick, Achiuwa, Flynn, Mann, and Koloko off the bench. Like I said, Dariq Whitehead will be in the G League. Let's see how this team looks post-deadline. We have our first game against the Rockets at home. We lost by 18. Game against the Cavs here. We get blown out by 42. Yeah, it's something we had to do, though. We do have to, quote-unquote, blow this team up, but that was really just me trading away Siakam and trading, I guess, Gary Trent and Dennis Schroeder. I would extend Scotty Barnes, or excuse me, Anunoby right now, but I can't because he's going to opt out of that player option. He wants to test free agency, but yeah, that's going to be probably priority #1. Now, if we are in the lottery, I do hope that, okay, we're actually winning some games, but I was going to say, if we're in the lottery, let's just hopefully get lucky and then get a top 4 pick. If not, it's not the end of the world, but it looks like we may actually flirt with being in the play-in tournament. Shout out to Russell Westbrook winning 6th Man of the Year for the LA Clippers. Naz Reid got traded to Chicago, 1 most improved. Hey, we got Scotty Barnes on All-NBA 3rd team. Hell yeah, he really shined when we traded away Pascal Siakam. 20.5 points, 8.4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.3 steals, 51 from the field, 34 from 3, 70 from the line. And even in real life, the Raptors have been experimenting with Barnes at the 2 and at the 1, so I feel like we can play him anywhere on the floor besides center, so we definitely have some positional versatility with Barnes going forward, and he's definitely our franchise building block. So we actually did make the play-in tournament as the 9 seed. The Nets are the team we were playing in the first leg of it, the team that did acquire Pascal Siakam from us. We ended the season with Barnes at 20 points, 13 for Anunoby, 10 for Precious. Yeah, the offense is not great. Grady Dick struggled. Yeah, he struggled. I definitely want to overhaul the offensive system. We obviously have a rookie head coach in Darko Rajakovic. So let's see if we can at least beat the Nets. I don't really care if we do. I mean, we're probably not going to get lucky in the lottery anyways, so maybe we do want to make the playoffs, but the Nets with Pascal Siakam, we're up by double digits. Can we come back in the 4th? We did flirt with the comeback, but unfortunately we lost by 1 at home. and we are eliminated from the play-in tournament. Anunoby and Barnes combined for 36, Pirtle had 14. Gary Trent had 15 points in 17 minutes against his former team. Siakam had 13, 8, 5, and 3. Kind of gross. So you have LeBron and the Lakers, and then Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs in the NBA Finals, and the Cavs win in 7 with Donovan Mitchell as your Finals MVP. Since we're doing a 10-year rebuild, I will definitely add expansion teams, but probably not till like year 3 or 4. So the Spurs have our pick at 9. Are we going to get lucky and keep it if it's in the top 4? Let's find out. There is a chance it could drop to pick 10. Let's hope that is not the case though. So let's see here. The Celtics are at 12. Wait, what? Oh my God. It dropped from 9 to 11. That is disgusting. All right, I don't feel bad about losing the 11th overall pick. Obviously, I'd probably rather have that pick than Jakob Poeltl, but damn, who jumped up? Was it Houston, Portland, Sacramento, or Indy? I mean, Indy was right there. It looks like they jumped up. Houston may have, and Portland definitely did. Wow. So we're definitely going to keep Darko as our head coach for at least the time being. Since we do not have a first round pick here, I do wonder if there is a player we can move to get into the first round. And I want to see if the Orlando Magic would give me pick 24, Terrence Mann. They say no to that. I don't even know if I have a second that I want to give up. Would you take on Boucher as well? Boucher and Mann for pick 20. We're going to shed $21 million in cap space in this deal. And I really didn't think any of them would be in our long-term plans. Like, we have Whitehead and Dick right now. And then Boucher, he's 31 years old. So I think Orlando will accept that, and they do. So we have the 20th pick. The Thunder just took Isaiah Collier out of USC with the number 1 pick. The Blazers are trading pick 2. Oh my God. So the Knicks. I accidentally skipped it, but it was definitely for Jalen Brunson because they always do that. And we are on the clock here at 20. The top 5 was Castle, Sarr at 2, Jacoby Walter at 4, Donovan Clingan at 5. And we are going to take Robert Dillingham, the point guard out of Kentucky with the 20th pick. I haven't really taken him at all in 2K24. We do have a hole at the point guard position, so I'm excited to bring him over. The Kentucky Wildcats may have 5 first-round picks. 5 in the 2024 draft with Dillingham, DJ Wagner, another point guard, Justin Edwards, who's more of a wing, Aaron Bradshaw, the big man, and Reed Shepherd, the shooting wing as well. So, yeah, the Kentucky could have 5 first-round picks, which would just be absolutely insane. And there goes DJ Wagner to the Knicks, who maybe we should have taken. We'll definitely follow his career as well. Bradshaw went there at 16. Also to the Knicks. Okay, yeah, the Knicks do love the Kentucky lineage, and we are going to sign Robert Dillingham there. OG opts out. Not surprising. Qualifying offers. I don't really want Flynn back. Precious, I will try to bring back. I forgot we Marcus Noel out of Kansas State. 5'7". That is crazy. I am taller than this man. I'm 5'8". Not tall, but wow, that is wild. All right, so I will give Precious the qualifying offer just for some big man depth. We're going to sign LeBron James. I'm just kidding. We do have $51 million in cap space with Ben Simmons on the team. All right, so I'm going to give OG Anunoby a 4-year deal worth $23 million. It's going to go up each year, so I'll probably get around to $25 million annually throughout the average duration of the contract. So yeah, I'm going to offer that to him. Hopefully we're able to bring him back, and we are able to. 4 years, 103. I feel like that's a very fair contract for both sides. We are going to renounce the rights on Malachi Flynn, Javon Freeman Liberty, Marcus Novell, Jonte Porter, Dennis Schroeder. We have a little bit of a trade exception, but yeah, let's bring back Anunoby. Paul George goes to the Lakers, Maxey back to the 76ers, James Harden decides to sign with the Utah Jazz. All right, so we do have $30 million in cap space basically after that Anunoby signing, so I'm going to give Tobias Harris a 2-year deal, can provide some floor spacing from the power forward position. I do think that Scotty Barnes will be the starting 3, Anunoby at the 2. We'll probably have either Simmons or Dillingham at the 1, and then Pirtle at the 5, but having Harris on the 4 can definitely provide some floor spacing. We're going to give him $28 million guaranteed over 2 years, and I like that deal a lot. And Tobias Harris would be a sneaky immaculate grid. Whoa, no! I was excited. Damn it, and then he goes back to Philly. What did he get? Oh, man, I don't know if I wanted to give him a 3rd year. Damn it. All right, we're going to go to plan B, which is going to be Obi Toppin. He can kind of space the floor a little bit. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal, but I think with Obi being a little bit younger and not as much as a veteran as Tobias is, I can make it a team option, so not going to fully guarantee myself into $23 million for Obi Toppin. So yeah, we're going to sign him on that 1-year deal. And then we're also going to give Precious a similar contract with a team option on the 2nd year to come back and be the backup center. Lying. He ends up taking a deal with the Rockets, 2 years, $16 million. So that 2nd year is fully guaranteed. Yeah, you know what? I will bring him back. We just got to tell him to stop taking threes. Oh, wow. It looks like Pascal Siakam may sign with the Detroit Pistons. Brooklyn, did you really not offer him a deal? Wow, so Siakam, no, he does. Okay, cool. He ends up going back to the Nets. That makes me feel better about that trade. 4 years, 133, and they brought back Claxton as well. And they signed Clay. Whoa, are they going to be able to afford Miles Bridges soon? Or excuse me, Mikal Bridges. I was doing that as I was hovering over Miles Bridges, who stayed in Charlotte. All right, so player progression, Scotty Barnes is up to an 89 overall. He's going to get paid from us next year since his rookie contract will be over. We also see a bunch of progression, but nothing crazy here, but we do see some progression from Dick and Whitehead, which is nice. There's probably a really dirty joke in there between those two last names. I'm not going to be the one to say it, though. All right, so this is what our year 2 rotation is going to look like. We have Ben Simmons running the point, Anunoby and Barnes on the wings, Toppin and Pirtle on the front court, with Dick, Ochoa, Whitehead, and Dillingham all off the bench. System proficiency is 3-star balance under Darko. Our first game of the season is at home against Philly. See, Tobias Harris, you could have signed with us. We are much better just after one game. So yeah, we ended up starting off 1-0. That's a great start. What are the odds we could start the season 2-1? Come on, beat the Wizards. We gotta at least beat the Wizards. Oh my god, we started off the season 3-0. We just won 119-116. Scotty Barnes drops 33. Grady Dick had 17 here. And then we just beat the Mavericks by 15. Scotty Barnes off to an incredible start. Whoa, we just got a 21-point game from Drake Whitehead. 41 between Dick and Whitehead. Hell yeah. We got to play 2 straight games against the Pistons. I don't know. 2K loves the Pistons in the sim. So yeah, they're probably going to beat us both times. And that is the case, of course. But man, Scotty Barnes may be flirting in the MVP conversation this year, which would be wild for his development. All right, so we're here at the 2025 trade deadline. Hey, we're 6 games better at this point. We have 30 wins now. I think we had, 24 last year, 30-21. Hey, that's progress. We're the 9th best offensive team with Ben Simmons as our point guard. We're the 2nd best defensive team, so we can really only go up from here. Scotty Barnes, man, put some respect on his name. He's going to be in the MVP conversation. He has to be. 28, 8, and 4.8 over a steal and block a game. 49 from the field, 37 from 3 as a 23-year-old. OG Anunoby, a perfect complementary piece that I wanted him to be. 15 points, shooting 40% from 3, giving me elite defense. There's Obi Toppin. Ain't no stopping the Toppin as he's shooting 40 from 3. Honestly, I think I'm going to pick up that team option. Precious Ochoa, I think, is better than Jakob Poeltl, so we may make a switch at the center position. I'd like Grady Dick to be a little bit better of a 3-point shooter, but that will come. There's Derek Whitehead as well, who I think is shooting very well. So yeah, shout out to the 2023 draft class. We still probably got to figure out what we want to do long-term with point guard. But, hey, maybe Dillingham is going to be that guy. I doubt Ben Simmons is back. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I just think I'm going to swap the minutes. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. I'm going to swap the minutes of Precious Ochoa and Jakob Poeltl. So I think Poeltl's going to get 22. We're going to go 26 to Ochoa. So Ochoa, if we look at his per 36... I may have to give this guy more minutes. So maybe we do 20 and 28 because I think he's much better than Poeltl. So I'm kind of glad we gave him a 2-year deal. We do have Poeltl for a couple more years, so maybe he'll be a trade candidate eventually. I don't think I'm giving Ben Simmons $13 million. So Luka won MVP last year. He wins it again this year. Alexander Sarr, who the Knicks traded up for, wins Rookie of the Year. You got Terry Rozier winning 6th Man of the Year. Mobley, Depoy, Pat Will, Most Improved. All right, he didn't win any other awards, but he did win Clutch Player of the Year. So shout out to Scotty. And he's on all NBA second team. Hell yeah, man. Do we get somebody on an all defensive team? I was hoping we'd see like Anunoby there, but we do not. We do get Derek Whitehead because he didn't play at all last year on all rookie second team, along with Robert Dillingham. So this team actually killed it in the second half. We finished as the 3 seed. We ended up with 49 wins. That's what I'm talking about. That's 11 more than we had last year. The Nets with Pascal Siakam also made the playoffs, so that makes me happy to see. They have Trey Alexander out of Creighton running the point. They also have a plethora of big men of just Clint Capella and Nick Claxton. Forgot they signed Clay. We're going to be taking on the 44 and 38 Indiana Pacers, who have Jacoby Walter. Oh my god, man. We may beat them this year, but this team is going to develop so well in the next couple of seasons. Here were the end of season stats, man. Scotty Barnes was so good. Precious Ochoa, I think, has definitely locked himself into being the starting center next year, and I like the front court of him and Obi for sure. Grady Dick ended up with 12.4 points per game. Just wait till he's going to shoot 40% from 3 in a few years. You got the Cavs, Nets, you got the Pistons and Hawks, and then you have the Hornets and the Celtics. Can we beat the Indiana Pacers and advance and get our first playoff series victory? Don't lose. Okay, let's go. We almost blow a 3-1 lead. I'm pretty sure, wow, we blew them out in game 7. Shout out to Scotty Barnes. No, we were actually down 1-0. Then we tied it up, we tied it up 1-1. We went up 2-1. Yeah, we actually went up 3-1. So we almost blew a 3-1 lead, but we're able to beat them in 7. Scotty Barnes is so good. Is just so freaking good. There's Anunoby. Grady Dick was great too. 3-point percentage could be a little bit better, but what a round 1. Now we're taking on the Boston Celtics as a 7th seed. I don't know how they're a 7th seed. I guess they did some type of Valanciunas and CJ McCollum for Drew Holiday deal, which maybe could make them better. I mean, definitely hurts their defense, but they get a little bit more depth with that deal. Can we beat them in advance of the conference finals? Nope. I think we got gentlemen swept. I mean, that team is definitely better than us. I will take this season, man, just because of how freaking good Scotty Barnes. He's on like Hall of Fame pace, I think. I think we could get an MVP from him in this video. Man, OG Anunoby was pretty solid for us in the playoffs. It's a shame we did lose, but hey, I will take a round 2 exit. We're definitely ahead of schedule. You have the Grizzlies, which I only average 19 points. Okay. And the Pistons in the finals, and the Pistons 1-6. All right, shout out Detroit. LeBron did sign a 1-year deal with the Clippers, and he's retiring. I'm sure Lakers fans would have loved if he did that. We'll probably, if I can remember, to add an expansion team for next offseason. We do have the swap worst pick with the Nets and the Rockets, so we should have 2 first-round picks, and they're back-to-back. So we have the Rockets pick at 24, we have our pick at 25. The top 3 are Rockets, Jazz, and New York. So Ben Simmons' $35 million will be off the books, but we're basically going to just give that to Scotty Barnes. All right, so we're going to do this trade with the Milwaukee Bucks. They're pretty much looking for that center to replace Brook Lopez since he's kind of gone now. So yeah, we're going to get Andre Jackson, who I don't know if he'll crack our rotation, but we could still give him a shot. He may, I don't know if I should spend time with him in the G League just because he's 23. This will be year 3, but I'm getting Milwaukee's unprotected 2029 first, which is going to be good value. We get off of Pirtle's contract, and yeah, I'm going to make Precious our full-time center next year. We have 2 new rookies coming in. Cooper Flagg was the number 1 overall pick to Houston, Dylan Harper number 2 to Utah, and Trey Johnson 3 to New York. All right, I get him all the time. Liam McNeely, I'm not going to take him here, but he developed so well in this game. I'm going to take Nasir Cunningham, who is definitely going to be a project player. 6'7", 175, will take some time to develop. And then I'm going to take Derek Queen, a 6'10 power forward out of Maryland with the following selection. When did Ace Bailey go? He went 5th to the Orlando Magic. That's a nice draft pick by them. So yeah, these are 2 kind of project players, 20 and 19. They could spend time in the G League next year. We're actually going to pick up the $12 million team option on Obi Toppin, pick up the options obviously on Derek and Grady. We're going to give Scotty Barnes a lot of money. I mean, we could have Koloko back up Precious, so you know what? I should at least offer him the QO. I did notice that Donovan Mitchell is a free agent. We have the money to sign him and Barnes. I kind of like that idea. As Scotty does some recruiting to get maybe a number 2, or he would be the number 2, and he'd be a perfect number 2. This would be a lot of money. We could bring Jamal Murray up to Canada as well to be our franchise point guard, which could make a little bit more sense because we do need a point guard with Ben Simmons off the books. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's give Jamal Murray $38 million over 4 years. It's going to be a fully guaranteed deal, and hopefully we can recruit him to leave Denver to come up to Toronto. I mean, Donovan Mitchell has max offers from the Magic, the Mavs, and the Cavs, so maybe we wouldn't even get him. So yeah, Jamal Murray accepts our deal. 4 years, 163. We're going to sign that. We're going to renounce the rights on Simmons, Mays, and Jackson, as well as Jalen McDaniels. Koloko, I'd like to probably bring back as the backup 5. But yeah, let's sign Jamal Murray. Hopefully I can still sign Scotty Barnes. I mean, I definitely can, but I should be able to sign both of them. So nobody's actually going to give Barnes a deal in moratorium, which is just wild. And yeah, we did have enough money to get Barnes anyway. It's going to be a massive deal by the end of it. He takes a deal from the Clippers, 4 years, 194. Yep, let's match that. All right, so I think I'm actually going to move on from Chris and Koloko, and I'm going to give a 3-year deal to Mo Wagner, with the last year being a team option. And yeah, he's going to be the backup 5, so that means we're going to move on from Koloko. We have Scotty Barnes up to a 91 overall. We have Jamal Murray regressing a little bit. We're going to get him into his age 32 season. Hey, maybe the time is now. Could this team make a conference finals next year? I hope so. All right, so before I forget, let's add some expansion teams. All right, we're going to add the Honolulu Breeze, and then we're going to add the Omaha Airmen. So shout out if you're from Hawaii or Nebraska. You guys are getting teams. We're probably going to throw Omaha in the Central Division and then Honolulu in the Pacific. All right, so I think I want to give Andre Jackson some minutes. We're probably going to go 18 to Dillingham and Wagner, 21 to Whitehead, probably 24 to Grady Dick. Now, we might run into some issues here, which is kind of roster construction, because I want to go like 36 to Barnes. Maybe Andre Jackson isn't going to play that much, or maybe Dillingham won't. Maybe we'll do like 16 to Mo Wagner instead, because I'd like to do 34 to Murray, and then, I don't know, 30 to Anunoby seems kind of low, 26 to Obi, so we could definitely adjust this midseason if we wanted to. I'm going to send Derek Queen to the Raptors 905, and same thing with Nasir Cunningham. I just have to sign somebody first. Wow, we could sign Jalen Suggs. What? He was not... Okay, well, I'm not giving him $24 million, but yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't signed. Can I sign Patrick Baldwin? He wants $9 million. Get out of here. All right, give me Aaron Holiday on the minimum, sure. And then I'm going to go and send Nasir Cunningham to the G League. System proficiency is going to be 3.5 star balance. All right, so we're here at the 2026 trade deadline. We're a game worse than what we were last year, but we are 5 games better than what we were 2 years ago. We're sitting middle of the Eastern Conference, 29 and 22. Our offense has come a long way. We were like one of the worst offenses in year 1. We're now 4th in the East in year 3. Our defense has taken a little bit of a hit over time, as well as currently we are the 7th best defense in the East. Taking a look at the player stats this year, we have Scotty Barnes averaging 27, 9.6 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and the efficiency has gone up. He could win MVP in this video. There's Jamal Murray, 21.5 points, probably the best year Could be having the best regular season of his career. Elite efficiency as well. He's definitely enjoying his time here in Toronto. There's OG Anunoby shooting 42% from 3. Precious averaging 12 and 10. Just under a block a night, 57 from the field. Thought he would maybe play a little bit better than that. But there's Grady Dick. His efficiency is getting better and better each year, like I said it would. Dariq Whitehead, good in his kind of small sample size or low volume role. Obi Toppin's taken a little bit of a step back this year, unfortunately. There's Rob Dillingham, who's getting better and better each year. I mean, he'll probably never be the starting point guard just because of Jamal Murray now, but hey, maybe there's a chance we experiment with Barnes at the 4 and Anunoby at the 3, Jamal at the 2, and Dillingham at the 1. Like, that's not out of the equation. If we take a look here at contract extensions, anybody we need to extend right now, I mean, Andre Jackson would come back, but I don't really know at this point if he's going to be like in our long-term plans. I think it would be cool in this video. I would have to target when he's going to be a free agent, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I can use the same Canadian excuse I used on signing Jamal Murray. I mean, he's a free agent in what, 2 more years? Man, if he hit unrestricted free agency, I don't even know. I mean, we're going to be paying Barnes so much money, but in 2 years, I mean, we could move off Anunoby. So maybe I'm going to try to have like ultimate cap space for that 2027 offseason, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to make any trades. I like where we're at. I think we're going to actually have a very strong second half and hopefully ride that momentum into the playoffs. All right, every single year in this video, Luka Doncic has won MVP. He is now three-peated. Dylan Harper, the second overall pick, is your rookie of the year, the point guard out of Rutgers. Stephon Castle, sixth man of the year in Sacramento. Wemby Depoy, Nikola Topic, most improved. Luka Doncic, clutch player of the year. And Steve Clifford, coach of the year. All right, there it is. All NBA first team honors. Scotty Barnes, 26 points, 9.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, a steal and a half, block and a half, under 2 turnovers a night, career high true shooting percentage. Hell freaking yeah, man. Scotty Barnes, maybe a top 5 player in the NBA. We have developed him perfectly here in Toronto. There's Alexander Sarr in year 2, all defensive first team. Ben Simmons signed 1 year, $13 million with the Bulls. Had a pretty solid year and was on all defensive second team. All right, I was wrong. I thought we were going to have a strong second half. I mean, we ended up going 45 and 37, which is 4 games worse than what we were last year. We're taking on the Celtics in the first leg of the play-in tournament. Still have Tatum. Oh my God, what? They traded Jaylen Brown for Steph Curry. Did that happen this season? Oh my God. That's insane. I can't believe that. I'm mind blown off that. Wow. 2K, man, you come up with some of the craziest trades. So we already went over Barnes' numbers. There's Jamal Murray at around 21 points per game. Pretty much what he's done for his career, but his efficiency was very elite for us. Precious averaged a double-double. OG Anunoby, a steal and a half a night. Surprised he wasn't on like an all-defensive team. Dariq Whitehead had a strong second half of the year. Grady Dick finished with his best shooting season yet. I may experiment that lineup in the playoffs here because Obi Toppin wasn't great. I don't think he's going to be back. So I may try something with moving Barnes to the 4 and Anunoby to the 3. And maybe we're going to start Grady Dick at the 2. So I think this is going to eliminate some Obi Toppin minutes. I think he can get like 18 a night. I think Mo Wagner was actually really serviceable for us. So I think he's going to be good going forward. He may get like 14 minutes. We're going to eliminate the Andre Jackson minutes. He wasn't great for us. I think Dariq Whitehead and Robert Dillingham are probably going to get like the 2 most minutes off the bench. Dillingham at 29. Dariq at 23. I'd like to go with 38 to Barnes, 31 to Precious. Let's do 35 to Murray, 33 to Anunoby, 28 to Grady Dick, and we could actually probably do 33 to Precious. And let's do 36 to Jamal Murray. Let's roll with that. We're going 4-star balance under Darko Rajakovic. We got first leg of the play-in tournament, so we can still stay alive to make the playoffs if we lose this game, but we are kind of dominating them right now. Yeah, we are going to actually blow out the Boston Celtics. We win every single quarter. Wow, 138-110. I was like not nervous at all throughout that game. Nice job from the big 3. CJ McCollum at 14 points. All right, so we are advancing. The Celtics ended up losing to Ben Simmons and the Chicago Bulls. We're taking on the Charlotte Hornets, who are good. They have LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Kispert, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams, Scary Terry, Isaiah Jackson, Nick Smith, Nick Richards off the bench. Game 1, we win by 9 on the road. Man, we could beat them. Grady Dick, man, what a performance. Him and Dariq Whitehead, they're so good. Game number 2, we lost though by 7. This would be an upset if we're able to beat them, but I thought we'd be in like their position right now. I thought we'd be the 2 seed this year. Scotty Barnes, freaking killing it. 30, 10, and 6 in the playoffs, shooting elite from 3. They tied up 2-2, man. We can't pull away. Game number 5, huge rubber match here, and they win it. Not gonna lie, this would be a very disappointing end to the season if we do lose to Charlotte, and we lost in 6. I wonder what went wrong with this team. I mean, I think we have specific spots on where we can upgrade. I mean, I don't really want to use Precious as the scapegoat. He's a free agent, though. If he wants a lot of money, who knows if he's going to be back. Was Jamal Murray the right choice? I think he was good, like, as a number 2. How did Scotty Barnes, like, numbers look here in the playoffs? He was phenomenal for us, man. So that is unfortunate. This team most likely is going to be pretty close to what it was this year, but changes could happen 2 years from now when Shea's a free agent, but we'll keep an eye on him. The Rockets win it all. Shane Goon's your finals MVP. Russell Westbrook retires on the Kings, Harden on the Jazz, Drew on the Nets, and Chris Paul on the Nuggets. Tibbs retires, okay. We have Paul, James Harden, and Westbrook heading to the Hall of Fame. We are going to be adding 2 new expansion teams, so we will have to possibly, like, we may lose a player. We are going to make players eligible once they hit 18 to be in the draft, but yeah, we may lose a player here. League realignment, they want to do the Honolulu Breeze in the Northwest. I feel like that wouldn't make a lot of sense. I kind of want to put them in the Pacific, and the Omaha Airmen will go to the Central Division. And then let's bump the Grizzlies back into the Southwest, and then let's bump the Wizards back into the Southeast. And then the Thunder will go back into the Northwest. Yeah, there we go. So I don't think we have any random picks here in the lottery in 2025. We do own our first round pick, I believe. And it's at number 21, so the Breeze will be at 5, the Airmen will be at 6. Darko has 1 year left on his contract. It's a big year for him. All right, so I think this is pretty easy on who I'm not going to keep. I mean, it could be Derek Queen or Nasir Cunningham, but it's actually going to be Andre Jackson. Oh, wait. All right, well, I don't think I'm actually able to keep Jackson or Queen and Cunningham, right? Yeah, I'm over by 1. Okay. I think I'll let Cunningham go in it, and we're going to protect Queen. Hopefully, if anybody, Jackson gets drafted, I feel like that will be the case. So, let's submit that. Expansion draft time. Who will go? Oh my God, Karl Anthony Towns wasn't kept. They just wanted to get off that contract. There goes Primo, Hunter, Hayes. Wow, some really solid people are getting drafted. A lot of solid players. I do feel like it will be Andre Jackson. There goes Marco Jackson. And yep, the Omaha Airmen select Andre Jackson. So yeah, that's crazy. Chris Murray, Hunter Tyson. Okay. I mean, those are like our picks that make sense. Karl Anthony Towns wasn't kept. What are we doing, Minnesota? So, excuse me, it's the 2026 NBA draft, not the 2025 I said before. AJ advances the number 1 pick to OKC. Oh my God, they are stacked. Cameron Boozer goes 2 to the Rockets. They are also stacked. And I'm going to take Bryce James, the son of LeBron James here, with our first round pick out of USC. So hopefully we can develop him. Hey, maybe we get Bronny at one point. So yeah, he's a 73 overall. He's 19. There's probably a good chance he's in the G League as well next year, but you never know. So let's pick up the team options on these 3. Here we are in free agency. Not like we have any money anyway. I mean, just looking at our salary cap breakdown going forward, Barnes, it's going to be making $52 million in a couple years. Murray's still making a ton of money. Anunoby's making a bunch. Shai Gilgeous, man, he's a free agent at the end of the year. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'd be able to sign him and form a big 3 of him, Murray, and Scotty Barnes, which would be pretty sick. So I don't really want to, like, commit to too much money right now. So I'm going to give Precious a 2-year deal. He would take a little bit of a hometown discount, so I may even offer him 3 years. Team option on the last year. That's like one of the better team control deals we can get. I think we're going to just move on from Obi Toppin. We're not going to sign a replacement. Hopefully, like, Derek Queen could be the in-house internal replacement, or we just move Scotty Barnes to the 4, which is probably most likely. Like, we definitely have 9 guys we can roll with next year. We are running it back, so I can't be too surprised if we get bounced in round 1 again. Yeah, so, like, I'm not going to commit, like, 13 million Ochai Agbaji or Lou Dort. Like, it could make sense, but I have my eyes on next year if I could sign Shea. Player progression, Scotty Barnes is a 91, Murray's an 87. Damn, surprised Scotty Barnes didn't go up. There's Anunoby, Whitehead, and Grady Dick. Dillingham goes up a bunch, which is nice, and with Queen and Cunningham. All right, so this is going to be the starting 5. Murray, Dick, Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Precious Achiuwa, with Derek Whitehead, Mo Wagner, Robert Dillingham, Derek Queen, and Nasir Cunningham off the bench. Bryce James, our most recent first round pick, will be in the G League. System proficiency in Darko Rajakovic last year of his contract, 4-star balance. So yeah, there could be another free agent coach on the market that we could opt to sign if the season doesn't go well. And it's not like we're firing Darko Rajakovic. We start off the year on a 1-3 start, 2-3. So could be better. Could obviously be worse. All right, so year 4. This is our worst record at the trade deadline. We are 23-29. I may be putting too many eggs in the basket that we're going to go out and get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We're currently the 11th seed in the Eastern Conference. I just should check. Maybe they even extended him, and then I look like a complete fool. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, my God. All right. What are you going to do? All right. That does suck. That can change up my plans a little bit. I think I'm still going to let this team finish out the year, but then we're probably going to see some major changes in the offseason. Scotty Barnes averaging 24 points. We see jumps from Whitehead and Dick and Dillingham, which is nice to see, but nothing too crazy. I mean, Dillingham could be very good. Maybe we experiment. Honestly, I'm debating what I want to do here. Like, I think what we could do is move Dillingham into the starting lineup at 6'3". I don't know if I want to play him and Murray in the backcourt together. You know what? We may just stick it out, and then we're going to see what we're going to do in the 2027 offseason. We could extend Anunoby. We could also trade him this offseason. And he just wins his 4th straight MVP. Shout out to Luka Doncic, man. Ellis Harrington, who was the 6th overall pick to the Omaha Airmen, Rookie of the Year. Shout out to him. Nikola Topic, 6th Man of the Year in Minnesota. Do we free him? Maybe trade for him. Wembanyama Depoy, Kyle Filipowski, Most Improved in Omaha, and Darius Garland, Clutch Player of the Year. We do get Scotty Barnes on All-NBA First Team again, so we have a top 5 player in the league. All right, we're going to see where we're standing for the playoffs, but yeah, definitely unfortunate when I last saw you guys. We did finish, though, as the 4th seed. Okay, so we had a much better second half. We ended up with 48 wins, so I'm glad that this team did play better in the second half of the season. All right, so Barnes was a good number 1. Murray was a fine number 2. Grady Dick getting better and better each year at the right time as well, because he's about to be a restricted free agent and get paid. Same with Dariq Whitehead. OG Anunoby, good. Good. I want to keep him, but there's a chance he could get traded in the offseason if I want to bring back Dick and Whitehead. Precious, 10-9. He's under contract. I don't know. There could be a center upgrade as well I'm thinking about. I think Nasir Cunningham was solid. Derek Queen did struggle. I mean, not a bad three-point shooter for his size. I think for the playoffs, though, him and Derek Queen, like Cunningham and Queen, will not get minutes for the playoffs. So we might roll with the 8-man rotation. I may go 20 to Mo Wagner. I think we may do, I don't want to start Dariq Whitehead. Like, it's going to look like this. I think Whitehead will get 28 minutes. We're going to go 23 to Dillingham, 20 to Wagner. That may even change. I'm going to go 37 to Murray. We're going to go 34 to Anunoby. I want to go 38 to Scotty Barnes. Let's go 30 to Precious, and let's go 30 to Grady Dick. System proficiency under Darko Rajakovic. 4-star balance. We're taking on the Chicago Bulls with De'Aaron Fox, Zach LaVine, Justin Edwards, Carter Bryant, and James Wiseman in round 1. They have Tease, they have Ayo Dosunmu, Davion Mitchell, and Lonzo Ball off the bench. 4 versus 5 matchup. Anything can go. Can we please beat them? And we actually sweep them. All right, so we get a playoff series victory. That may mean an extension for Darko Rajakovic, but great showing from Scotty and Jamal Murray, and then Dick, Whitehead, Anunoby, and Dillingham as well. So we're taking on Detroit in round 2. They've been good in the sim. They've made it to the finals. They won it all, I believe, in this video already. So are we able to pull off the upset? It would be an upset. Can we go to the conference finals, please? Yes! Yes, we can! Let's freaking go! We end up winning in 7 by 3 points. Wow, Precious had a sick game. So did Dariq Whitehead. Oh my goodness. And Scotty Barnes actually fouled out in 23 minutes in this game. Hell freaking yeah, man. All right, in round 1, it was like the Scotty Barnes, Jamal Murray show. In round 2, wow, Scotty Barnes, man, he's just a beast. We're taking on the Pacers. Like I told you, they were going to be good in a couple years, and here they are in the conference finals. They have Clint Capella. They have Zachary Rissacher, who I was thinking about drafting, but I did take Robert Dillingham when I had to make that decision. And here we go. Conference finals. Pacers versus Raptors, 2 seed versus 4 seed. Can we go to the NBA Finals? Yes, we can. Yes. Shout out to Darko Rajakovic, who's definitely earned himself an extension. Scotty Barnes, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. 34, 10, and 6.5, 1.2 steals, 1.7 blocks, 56, 55, 84 splits. And we're going up against the Mavericks. We could have went up against Shea, but the Mavericks 1-7. Kyrie, Luka, Derek Lively, Nembhard, all still there. All right, here we go. Toronto versus Dallas. Scotty Barnes just had an insane Eastern Conference Finals, man. Game number 1 goes to Toronto. We win by 3. Oh, man. I was getting nervous about, like, this whole season was going to be a flop. We may not even make the playoffs. Here we are, up 2-0. Up 2-0 in the NBA Finals. Jamal Murray shows up when the lights are the brightest. We do lose game 3 by 1. Oh, my God. We were almost up 3-0. Don't let them tie it up. Yes. We're up 3-1. Scotty with 30. Jamal with 26. We are now 1 game away from winning it. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, 2K. Yes, let's go. Let's go. We win it all, baby. We win in 6. Scotty Barnes, Finals MVP. He's officially one of the top 3 players in the NBA now. Joins. We're on a streak of 2021 draft class members winning Finals MVP. Cade, then Şengün, then Barnes. Maybe it's Franz on the Magic next year. But that is what I'm talking about, man. Year 4, we end with a title, and I feel like we can get even better. Notable head coaches retire: Rick Carlisle, Steve Clifford, Monty Williams. We beat a couple of those in the playoffs. Doesn't look like we have any random first-round picks there. I know we have that Bucks pick, but I think that's still in like 2 years from now. It's 2029. So we picked 32 in this draft. That's it. Like I said, Darko Rajakovic just earned himself a long-term extension as our head coach. He's about to get paid. There we go. So on the clock here at 32, we're going to take Frank Stewart, a 75 potentially overall power forward out of high school. Because now I changed it where you can draft people that turn 18 and it's not what it used to be. As Boyd Baylor looks really good. A point guard out of Kansas State, number 1 overall, 6'7" as well. So we're going to sign Frank Stewart. Might already be better than Derek Queen. I think for Mo Wagner, 7.97 mil. He was good. I think I'm going to bring him back, man. We just won it all. I should definitely try to run some of this team back. Oh, man, it's a loaded free agency class, though. KD's still going. Giannis, Maxey, Jimmy Butler, all entering free agency. We're going to extend the qualifying offers to Grady Dick and Dariq Whitehead. How much do they want? Don't tell me they want insane money. It's a decent amount. I mean, it's not like I have enough anyway. I would have to clear up $50 million, which means I would have to move on from like Anunoby, Precious, and Mo Wagner, and probably Queen and Cunningham as well. All right, so I think I'm not going to really make any too big of moves. I think I want to bring back Whitehead and Dick, but not for that much. So hopefully their price can just go down a little bit as we get to like day 10 in free agency. All right, so Dariq Whitehead is going to take a contract from the Omaha Airmen. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. They might have priced me out on that. They might have priced me out. 3 years, 78, north of $25 million for Dariq Whitehead. I'm not going to pay it. He's going to go out and sign with the Omaha Airmen. I guess me adding expansion teams came back and bit me. But yeah, so yeah, Dariq Whitehead is going to sign with the Omaha Airmen. That is unfortunate. Don't steal Grady Dick from me as well. So last day here, I would have liked to get him on a 4-year deal. Maybe worth 19 mil a year. All right, I'll do 4 years, 20 million, 80 million on the dot. Would he accept that? Yes, he does. Okay, so I feel okay giving that. Still, I think it's a little bit of an overpay. I mean, who knows? This could be the future backcourt of Dillingham and Grady Dick once maybe Jamal Murray leaves. So we see Scotty Barnes go up to a 93 in the top left. Murray's still at an 88. Anunoby, everybody pretty much goes up, which is nice. I think Bryce James is going to get some meaningful minutes. Maybe is the Dariq Whitehead replacement. That's also what made me feel comfortable about moving on from Dariq. All right, so it's going to be a 10-man rotation. I'm going to go 14 to Queen and Cunningham. We're going to go probably 17 to Mo Wagner, 22 to Bryce James and Dillingham, and then we have 11 more minutes to play with. I think we're going to go 35 to Barnes, 33 to Murray, probably 27 to Precious, and then I'm going to go 28 Anunoby, 28 Grady Dick, with Frank Stewart, our power forward, going to the G League. First game of the season at home against the Pelicans, and we ended up winning by 21. Scotty Barnes picking up where he left off. System proficiency is still 4-star balance. I'm going to be very intrigued to see what Dariq Whitehead does for Omaha this year. All right, so no championship hangover for us. We are currently 37-15 on the season. We're still the 3 seed though. The Indiana Pacers are 45-7. Detroit Pistons are a game and a half better than us right now at 38-13. When it comes to points per game, they are just far and away like the better teams in the Eastern Conference. We're number 4 and we average 10 less points per game than the Pacers. And then if we go to defensive standards, we are currently number 1. You'll have to see that. How is Dariq Whitehead playing for the Airmen? He's been pretty good. He's probably going to win most improved, but hey, I will take being 22 games above 500. Scotty Barnes running away with probably the top scoring guy on the team. I mean, the numbers are a little bit down this year. It's 26 though. Jamal Murray averaging 19.5 points, 6.1 assists. He's under contract this year and next year. Grady Dick, just an absolute elite shooter. Robert Dillingham averaging 12 points and 6 assists. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Man, OG Anunoby, he's still good. Still an elite shooter and defender. He's 30 years old. This could be his last year as a Raptor. I mean, Scotty Barnes, we can get an extension done with him. Jamal Murray, that's a lot of money. OG Anunoby, 124 mil. All right, we might revisit all this in the offseason. How's Bryce playing? Bryce has been solid for his rookie season. Technically year 2 because he didn't play at all last year in his real rookie year, but I think we'll take it. He'll definitely be a rotational piece going forward. Oh my goodness, man. Is that 5 in a row for Luka? 5 MVPs. That is insane. Aiden Sheridan is your rookie of the year. 37 from the field, 24 from 3. Not great efficiency there. Nikola Topic, 6th man of the year once again. Wemby, Depoy once again. That is insane that Luka has won MVP every season of this video. Scotty Barnes goes from first team to second team from last year to this year. Sets a career high though in efficiency. We do get OG Anunoby on all defensive second team, man. He's just showing why I should probably try to re-sign him at the end of the year. We got Bryce James on all rookie first team. We ended the season as the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, so we jumped Detroit. We ended up finishing 4 games better than them. Man, I was really hoping that Shea was going to become a free agent because he would have like been perfect. I would have probably put him at the 2 or Murray at the 2, and just having like that big 3 would have been so much fun. All right, so 2K always be messing with my rotations when we get to the playoffs. Like, I don't think I'm going to play Derek Queen. We're going to start Anunoby. We're going to start Dick. We're going to start Murray. We're going to go 35 to Murray. We're going to go probably 32 to Anunoby. 32 to Grady Dick. Let's go 38 to Scotty Barnes. And then it's going to be Wagner, Dillingham. Not going to play Torian Prince or Ty Jerome. It might be Nasir Cunningham, who I think was a little bit better than Derek Queen this year, just to get the 9th man minutes. It's going to be like 10 there. We'll go 17 to Wagner and Bryce James. And then we'll go probably 30 to Precious. And we got 3 more minutes. Let's do 34 to Dick and 33 to Anunoby. System proficiency, 4-star balanced. Taking on the Atlanta Hawks, still have Trey and Murray, AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson. They have this Floyd Badunga guy. Kansas, 4th overall pick in 25. They also have J-Dub off the bench. He is not... Is he a free agent at the end of the year? I'm like, he could be a cheap guy that we could target, making 15 mil a year. Interesting. So are we able to beat Atlanta and then maybe go back to back? We are up 2-1, 3-1, and we end up winning in 5. That's what I'm talking about. So we advance to round 2. Nice series from Scotty. Jamal Murray. OG Anunoby is just going to show me why I should keep him around. We're taking on Detroit in round 2. They got Ron Holland there. Starting small forward, Sadiq Bey, Jalen Duren. Asor off the bench. Jalen Hood-Schifino, Sasser, Grimes, Marvin Bagley, Corey Kispert. They have a deep team. I'm nervous. Yes, we win in 6. Let's go. We are back in the Eastern Conference Finals. Scotty Barnes was phenomenal. So was Jamal Murray. And so was Grady Dick. He has been developing each and every year. We're taking on Charlotte here in the Conference Finals. They have Trayvon Brazil out of Arkansas. They have Dalen Terry. Okay, honestly, I think we should beat them. I did have a trade in place last offseason. It was Precious and Anunoby for Mark Williams. Didn't end up doing it. Let's see if it comes back and bites me. No, we end up winning in 5. And we're going up against Shea in the NBA Finals. We have a chance to go back-to-back. Scotty Barnes led the team in scoring. Precious Achiuwa had a great game, or a great series, I should say. Can we beat the OKC Thunder, who have a very deep squad of just young studs? It's kind of insane. Game number 1, we ended up losing... Oh boy, by 56 points. That's so bad. Oh man. All right, we win game 2 by 13. Scotty Barnes hit 7 threes, 41, 11, and 4. I just can't believe we lost by that many points in game 1. Damn it. We lost game 3 by 2. Scotty almost had a 42-point triple-double. Game number 4, we lose. Man, that OKC team is unfair. I think we got lucky last year, taking on Dallas instead, and they end up beating us in 5. Shea is your finals MVP. That is unfortunate. Jimmy Butler retires. So does Kawhi, Vooch, Tobias Harris, Bradley Beal. Bunch of 2011, 2012 guys. Also saw Draymond Green retire. Kawhi and Jimmy Butler are heading to the Hall of Fame. Draft lottery time. Do we have any random picks in here? Yes, we do. That Clippers pick. Is that when I got Terrence Mann from them for Dennis Schroeder? It may end up being pick number 2. Let's freaking go. It ends up dropping to pick 4, but we will definitely take that. We also have our pick at 30, so we just have the 4th pick in the draft. That is very nice after making it to the NBA Finals. When is that Bucks pick coming in handy? That is next year. Are the Bucks bad, or are they at least respectable? They're pretty bad, so let's hope they're bad at least one more year. They still have Giannis. All right, so if we take a look at the mock drafts, we are projected to take Donnell Waters. His comp is Jamal Murray. His ceiling. We already got Jamal Murray. Who else? Istvan out of Hungary. Wayne Embry. It's a pretty good center. And then Nathan Douglas. Bam Adebayo. Okay, that would be nice. Drew Stevens and Jules Mullins look like the top guys. I don't know, though. This may be an interesting draft. So with the number 1 overall pick, the Washington Wizards are going to take Drew Stevens out of Oregon State, or Steffens. The Brooklyn Nets, number 2, they take Clay Meyer out of Arizona. All right, no crazy picks so far. Number 3, the Bucks are trading it. All right, well, I guess they're going to get better next year. Who are they getting for it? Jalen Smith, and they're bringing back Damian Lillard. They made this trade with the Clippers. So the Clippers got Lillard, and now they're back here, picking 1 pick ahead of their original pick. They take Dana Hayward out of UNC. Not look great. All right, so I think Nathan Douglas out of Syracuse or Jules Mullins here would be the selection. Or we could look and trade the pick. I mean, it could land us a Jalen Duren. It could land us a Nick Claxton. It could land us a 35-year-old Anthony Davis. But I think I'm actually going to make the pick. I think I'm going to take the center. I'm going to opt for Nathan Douglas. He's 2 years younger than Jules Mullins, and I think ceiling of Bam is a lot better than Andre Drummond. At pick 30, we're going to take Will Paul out of BYU. Bring the Mormon culture over here to Toronto. So we took Douglas, 76 overall, 20 years old. Mullins is 2 overalls higher. We'll follow him on the Spurs. So we're going to sign Douglas and Will Paul. Team player options. Derek Queen, $5.7 million. Do I want to pick that up? I don't know if they have a future on this team. Derek Queen and Nasir Cunningham. I'm going to pick them up because I think at least, like, at the minimum, I could trade them for multiple seconds. And Precious, $10 million, I'm going to bring him back. So, yeah, we're not going to really have any cap space. I want to bring back Dillingham. Please don't be asking for too much in free agency. Oh, Nikola Jokic is here. That would have been somebody pretty cool to go after. But Dillingham wants 35 mil. And then Obi wants 29. To be honest, it could be a good free agency next year. And we're going to probably extend Barnes. Murray's going to be a free agent. We could have ultimate cap space, which I'm going to probably try to save for that 2030 season. So, I don't know. If Dillingham gets 30 mil a year, we may have to move on. Anunoby, maybe on the last day of free agency, I can give him a 1-year deal. I'm going to do the same with Mo Wagner. Now we just drafted the center, so I don't really need him, even though he's been pretty good for us. So we are going to renounce the rights on Mo Wagner. I'm not going to do it on Anunoby yet. All right, Anunoby may hate it, but he's not getting any other offers. So I'm going to give him a 1-year deal worth $28 million to come back. One last ride with the Raptors before we inevitably move on from him. So he does agree to that. 1 year's 28 mil. Dillingham, honestly, if I can get him on the qualifying offer, I will do that. We're here on the last day of free agency. How much could I get him for? $23 million for 1 year. I mean, that's a steal. 4 years, but I don't want to commit to that money long term. So we'll just give him whatever the qualifying offer is, which is going to be $8.1 million. Player progression, he goes up to an 85 overall. And we'll see if this team can be back in the finals one last year before we probably make some pretty big changes in the 2029 offseason. All right, so Dillingham is definitely going to be the sixth man. 2K wants me to opt for this rotation, but that's not going to happen. I think Derek Queen is going to get like 14 minutes a night. We'll see if him and Cunningham can develop. I think Douglas is going to get probably around 17. Who knows? Maybe if he shows some promise, he could be the starting center going forward. We ended up with getting Malachi Flynn back. I probably should play Frank Stewart as well. So that's an 11-man rotation. I don't really need to play Queen and Stewart. I'm trying to think like how I can even operate some of these minutes because I got to get at least a couple. Yeah, this is going to be tough. I don't think Derek Queen is going to play too much for us. I think I'd like to see what we can get out of Frank Stewart this year. So 14 more minutes. We're going to go 33 to Murray. Let's go 35 to Barnes. Let's go 28 to Anunoby, 27 Dick, 26 Precious. That will obviously change come playoff time. 4-star balance. Like I said, it may be an end of an era after this year. Murray could be gone. And Anunoby could be gone. And we're going to hope that there's a stud free agent in the 2029 class. Maybe it's Tatum. Maybe it's Cade Cunningham. Maybe it's Halliburton. Hopefully some of these guys make it LaMelo Ball. They'll, I think all these guys, will be unrestricted. Anthony Edwards could be a really good class. It is our last stance of this team, and we are approaching the trade deadline with a very good record. So we are 34-18. We are the #1 team in the Eastern Conference. We have the second best offense. We currently have the 5th best defense. We're on a 5-game winning streak at the moment. Scotty Barnes, once again, having a very good season for us. Maybe we won't get 26-27, or 25, 26, 27 Scotty Barnes, but it's still a damn good version of him. Jamal Murray, 19 points, 6.3 assists. He's been giving us elite efficiency in his 4 years in Toronto. Robert Dillingham, 15-8. Oh, man, he's good. All right. I mean, we're going to be in a predicament, too, if we want to bring him back, because he could be a real good facilitator. He's only 24 years old. Grady Dick, shooting 44 from 3, 96 from the line. There's OG Anunoby, still an elite 3-point shooter, 3-and-D guy. Bryce James has been great in year 3, so we're going to still get him under his rookie contract next year. Precious, man, he's been very consistent. I would like to bring him back on, like, a very cheap deal, but we will see. How is Nathan Douglas doing his rookie season? Not too bad. So if we did go to the contract extension page, so we should lock up Scotty Barnes. It's going to be a ton of money. It's going to hit $60 million, but we have to get it done. Jamal Murray, we're going to let walk most likely. Precious, 15 mil. That may be too rich for me. And Anunoby is not eligible for an extension. Neither is Robert Dillingham. But if we look at the end of the year, now that we got Scotty Barnes back, we basically have $94 million locked up next year. We have so many free agents. Like I said, it is our last stance. I also wanted to see, Scotty Barnes is top 5 in MVP. Shout out to Kyle Filipowski, who's number 5. We have Nathan Douglas and Frank Stewart, top 5 in Rookie of the Year, so they may get on all rookie first team. Robert Dillingham may win 6th Man of the Year as well. Also, Devin Booker's on the Cavs. Hey, Wemby finally ends Luka Doncic's reign of terror. He wins MVP this season in 2029. Robert Dillingham does take home 6th Man of the Year. We do not get Scotty Barnes on All-NBA first team. There he is on All-NBA second team. Do we get maybe, OG Anunoby, all defensive second team. Nathan Douglas, all rookie first team. Same with Frank Stewart. And we finished the season as the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, going up against Devin Booker and the Cavs in round number 1. I'm nervous on that if we can be back. I don't know why 2K always messes with my rotations by the end of the year. I mean, actually, this one looks pretty normal. So I don't think Frank Stewart's going to be in the playoff rotation. I think 17, 14 at Douglas and Cunningham is fine. I think Bryce James has shown a lot of promise. He's going to still get, I think, 23 minutes. We're going to go 37 to Barnes, 35 to Murray, 32 to Dick, 30 to OG, and then we'll go 27 to Precious. System proficiency, 4-star balanced. Can we beat Devin Booker, the rookie of the year, Darren Harris, who was picked at 26? Shout out to him. Okoro, Mobley, Allen are still there. So, yeah, their front court is still there, but neither of the back court is still there. How many points did Devin Booker put up this year? 27. He's pretty good. He just signed with the Cavs last offseason. We were up 1-0. We're up 2-1. We go to 7 games, but we ended up beating them by 34 in Game 7. All right, Robert Dillingham, I see you. Oh, man, it's going to be really tough to let him walk. I mean, maybe there's a world where I can bring back Dillingham and then still bring in a big name, but we'll see. But he's been playing too good. Grady Dick was actually our leading scorer in round 1. Now we're taking on the Charlotte Hornets in round 2. I'm actually debating in my mind if I want to start Dillingham over Jamal Murray just because he may be that good. You know what? Let's mess with it a little bit. Let's go 30 minutes to both of them and see how far that could take us. We're taking on the Hornets here, who we beat last year. Can we beat them here and advance to the conference finals for the 3rd year in a row? Yes, we can. We end up winning in 5. Scotty Barnes was our leading scorer. And yeah, Robert Dillingham is him. Robert Dillingham is him. Maybe there's a chance we just re-sign him because he is that good. I think I may go a little bit less to Murray and a little bit more to Dillingham for the conference finals against Detroit. I feel like we've done a great job against Detroit, Indiana, and Charlotte in the Eastern Conference side of the playoffs. Can we beat Detroit? Yes, we can. We win in 5, and we get to hopefully get revenge on the Thunder in the finals. Scotty Barnes was definitely a beast in the series, 33 points. Dillingham was still pretty good, and here we are, going up against the OKC Thunder. Still have a very good team. It's so good. Shea, why couldn't you have not have been a free agent? Game number 1, we win. Oh my God, let's go. We're off to a good start. We beat him by 3. Robert Dillingham with 31 and 13. All right, game number 2, we lost by 13. All right, I will definitely be okay splitting the first 2 games. Game 3, though, we lost by 4 at home. Such a bad loss. Such a bad loss. Don't go down 3-1. They beat us by 16. Barnes did all he could, but that Thunder team is too good, and they end up winning in 5. You really made me win game 1. And then they won 4 in a row. That freaking sucks, man. Steph Curry retires on the Boston Celtics. Paul George on the Sixers. Lillard on the Bucks. Gobert on the Celtics. Aaron Gordon on the Nuggets. There goes Jakob Poeltl on the Bulls at just 33. Steph, Dame, and PG all head to the Hall of Fame. Draft lottery time. Were the Bucks bad this year? I didn't check on them in a little bit. Boom. We may get a top 5 pick once again. And unfortunately drops to 6. But hey, we will take that. We were just in the finals. And we're going to get the 6th pick in the draft. Damn, Nathan Douglas could be making $11 million. I feel like I'm not going to be able to afford Precious. So we have 6, 29, and 30. I'll probably make my selection at 6. Who knows, though? There could be a trade. So Carlton Goodwin out of Stanford, number 1 pick. Looks solid. Like, definitely some potential there. Chucky Rivers goes 2, 6'8" out of Clemson. Okay, 80 overall already. 6'8" point guard. Yeah, that's a generational player right there. Joe Byers, 3. Looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah, probably a lot of the top guys go. Alexi Taylor out of Wichita State. Shout out to them. Shout out Ron Baker, Fred VanVleet, Clay Anthony early. And then Chen goes right before us. So here we are on the clock. Another center is there. I may just do it. I may just take Ed Woods. And then we just have him and Nathan Douglas at the center spots next year. And yeah, we're going to have a pretty young center duo. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Ed Woods. Maybe he's Kristaps. Maybe he's Ennis Canner. We'll see. Let's take him out of Oregon State. At 29, we are going to take Wes Newman, the guard out of UNC. And then we're going to take Carson Stockton there with our 3rd to last pick in the draft. Well, with the 3rd to last pick in the draft, which made more sense. So yeah, let's sign Woods. Let's sign Newman. 1.3 for Carson Stockton. We may need that. You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to sign him, actually. He's never going to play. So Bryce James, we're going to bring back 6.2 million. Frank Stewart, I'll bring back, but he could end up getting moved if I have a chance to go out and get one of those guys. Queen and Cunningham, I'll extend the qualifying offers, but I could resign them. So let's see what free agency is looking like. So yeah, Dillingham would cost me a lot less than Jamal Murray, just in like the OG and Anunoby range. So if I wanted to give him a deal, 32 million, I would have 28 million left over. Okay, so keep that in mind. $28 million. If I moved on from Stewart and Paul, that could get me to around 34 million. I mean, all these top guys are going to want $60 million. I mean, maybe 2K will allow me to go over the rights for Robert Dillingham because of his cap hold, and I doubt he gets a deal just because of how loaded free agency is. So I think we should offer deals to Anthony Edwards. That's so much money. That is so much money. We'll give him a player option on the last year. I'm not going to throw in the no trade clause. Let's do the same with Halliburton. Player option. And then lastly, we could do, not KD. Do I do Tatum? He's 31 years old. Let's do LaMelo Ball. So we offered max steals to those guys. I really can't offer more than that because I'm going to try to be sneaky. If we aren't able to get them, Nikola Topic is really good. I don't know if I want to bring back Jamal Murray. Ace Bailey's restricted. There is Dillingham. Ton of restricted free agents there. Tyrese Proctor. Just so many point guards, you know. If we are in the market for power forward, Cooper Flagg's restricted. KD for a year. I mean, he's not the player he used to be. Matas Buzelis. He would possibly shine in a role here in Toronto. Let's see. All right, well, it's not going to matter because we just landed LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards. So if I'm really going to try to be strategic here, can I keep Dillingham and sign Anthony Edwards? No, but I feel like I'm close to it. I don't know how much I have to clear on the top of my head, but I feel like I could get it done if I moved on from Frank Stewart and Will Paul. All right, so I'm going to trade them to the Pelicans for a top 3 protected first-round pick in 2030. Please tell me that's enough to keep Dillingham. Please. Well, I wanted Anthony Edwards, who will cost me significantly less than LaMelo Ball. I mean, Ant's 27 years old. He's coming off a 30-point-per-game season as a shooting guard. Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer for us. Please tell me, let's freaking go. We are able to pull this off. Halliburton goes to the Pacers. Now we just have to make sure Dillingham does not accept the deal. He has 0 offers out there. Let's sign Ant. Let's keep the options open for Dillingham. And I may just ace this free agency. He's got 0 offers still. Boom. There we go. Now let's offer Dillingham a 5-year max contract to be the franchise point guard of the Toronto Raptors. Boom, 5 years, 188. All right, now will 2K be weird and allow me to sign? They could let me bring back Jamal Murray. I'm not going to do it. I'm not paying $50 million for a bench point guard. They would let me bring back OG Anunoby, which is definitely tempting. I could bring in any one of these guys. Okay. And then power forward and centers. Okay. So we do have a juicy, like, mid-level exception to use. We do need to sign some guys. So, like, right now, we have our point guard, our shooting guard, our 6th man. Wes Newman could even get minutes next year. He could be a developmental guy. We have our small forward, backup small forward. We kind of have an open spot of power forward. We could sign Anunoby and then move Barnes back to the 4. Jabari Walker, I thought that was Jarius Walker for a second. I was like, oh, I could definitely, like, change his career a little bit and turn it around. Bobby Clintman is here. I don't mind moving Barnes to the 4. So you know what? Let's bring back OG Anunoby. It's a 2-year deal worth $50 million. He's an OG. I would like to keep some of the OG Raptors because Precious is gone. So right now, it's pretty much just Scotty Barnes. And now it's OG Anunoby and Grady Dick. All right, so I still have my mid-level exception to use here. Chris Middleton is way too old. I like the idea of Lou Dort, even though maybe I should go after a power forward. All right, I'm going to offer Lou Dort a 3-year deal worth around $9 million flat, and then get to throw a team option on the last year, and he's going to accept that right away. All right, so Scotty Barnes is a 93. Edwards is a 92. Yep, this is a nice 1A, 1B. Here we have Dillingham to facilitate. We have Grady Dick as the 6-man shooter. I'm a big fan of this team right now. And we have 2 former top 10 pick centers. One's a rookie, one's a sophomore, so I'm excited to see who wins out that center duo, or that center battle, I should say. So 2K wants to go with Lou Dort as a starting 3. I think it's going to be Anunoby. I forgot, like, yeah, we do have Bryce James. So I think, like, this is going to be the rotation. I think Wes Newman, we could see what he could do. He's going to get around 10 minutes a night. We're going to go probably 18 to Edwards, the rookie center, and then we're going to go 28 to Nathan Douglas. We're going to go 28 minutes to Grady Dick. I would like to play Bryce James a little bit, but I don't think this is going to work out because I got to play some of these guys a little bit more just because maybe Anunoby 25. I mean, these guys are going to pay the big bucks. So we'll do 33 to Edwards and Barnes, and that will change come playoff time. All right, let's see how this new look team goes. We are on the road in Hawaii. Oh, man, I got to mess with that. Their expansion team is all messed up, but Edwards drops 25 in his Raptors debut. That's what I'm talking about, man. Could Dillingham maybe lead the league in assist? We got to keep an eye on that. All right, so just a quick update. We are 33 and 24. I guess maybe a little bit of a disappointing start to the Anthony Edwards era, but we had a similar thing with Jamal Murray a couple years ago. Yeah, so like this has been the scoring allocation, I guess, with Barnes and Edwards. I would like for that to be a little bit higher, but I'm still comfortable on where this team is at. And I think we'll probably slim back down or just trim the rotation to 9 men next year and just operate with that going forward. Because, you know, I want to see sexier regular season numbers. Shout out to Stephon Castle of the Sacramento Kings winning MVP. The 3rd overall pick, Joe Byers, is your rookie of the year. Liam McNeely, who I could have drafted earlier in this video, wins 6th man of the year. Depoy goes to Asor Thompson. And it looks like the Spurs are really good as they got coach of the year. You have a Nikola Topic and Jokic on All-NBA first team. We see no Raptors. Jamal Murray, though, signed with the Honolulu Breeze as like their #1 option. and is killing it. We finished the season as the 4th seed. We're going up against Chicago in round 1 with the Fox, Hardy, Melvin Ajinka, Taylor Hendricks, Mitch Robb starting 5. They got Lonzo as their 6th man. So just taking a look at the numbers this year, I'm not too worried about Barnes and Edwards going forward. I mean, Dillingham was great. Grady Dick, just an elite shooter. Bryce James showed some promise. I don't know, though. His three-point shot kind of diminished. We'll see how much he's asking for in free agency. I mean, Anunoby wasn't great either. So to come up with this rotation, I think Wes Newman is not going to play for the playoffs. I think Ed Woods probably going to get like 14 minutes. I think same with Lou Dort. Bryce James, 19. And then let's go like 25 to Nathan Douglas, 28 to Grady Dick. I'd like to go 38 to Barnes and Edwards and see what they can do with that amount of minutes. Let's go 35 to Robert Dillingham. 4 more minutes, we should probably give it to our center, though. So, system proficiency, 4 stars. Can we beat Chicago and advance to the conference finals for the 4th straight year? We need to win one more series to do so, but we do end up winning in 5. We had 3 20-point per game scorers in the series with Dillingham, Barnes, and Edwards. So that is clearly our big 3. We're taking on Detroit here in round 2. It's a good team, and they were the 1 seed. They almost lost to the Wizards in 7. We end up winning in 5. We have owned them in this video for sure. I mean, in round 2, Scotty Barnes goes off. Dillingham averaged 13.5 assists. All right, so we're taking on the Orlando Magic here in the conference finals. Bronny James going up against Bryce James. I'm sure we wouldn't hear enough of that. He was actually a 2nd-round pick. They have Garland, Ace Bailey, Paolo Banchero. Clint Capella, I feel like, has been on every single playoff team in the Eastern Conference, just with Indiana, Atlanta, Brooklyn, and now Orlando. So, yeah, let's see if we can beat them and go to the NBA Finals. And we sweep them. Wow, we just dominated the Eastern Conference. Robert Dillingham is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP, averaging 23 and 13. Anthony Edwards averaged 30 points per game in that series. Yeah, he's really good. Can we beat Houston? So we avoid OKC. They have Amen Thompson, Cam Reddish, Cooper Flagg, Cameron Boozer. I mean, yeah, that's really good. Like, Amen Thompson, pretty good. Cooper Flagg, really good. Cameron Boozer, even better. And they still have Şengün. Let's see what we can do. We lose game 1 by 43 points. Game number 2, we just like, come on. I don't want to have 3 straight finals losses. That would just be so embarrassing. We go down 2-1. We got blown out by 36. Game number 4, we stay alive. All right, we beat them by 15. Oh, I'm nervous, man. Please win game 5. Please win game 5. Come on. We've been playing catch up. We lost by 3. Edwards had 40 points. Scotty Barnes, 5 for 16. Please force it game 7. No. Damn, man. Cameron Boozer is your finals MVP. We just steamroll the Eastern Conference every year. We've made it to 4 straight finals, but we're 1-3. So embarrassing. KD, Kyrie retired. There goes Sabonis, Rozier. There goes Pascal Siakam. He ended his career with Brooklyn. I'm glad he played a very long time there because, you know, I would have been upset if he like bounced around from different team to team. I don't know. Maybe we move on from Darko Rajakovic. Maybe he's the guy that can get us to the finals but can't get us over the hump. We maybe need a new head coach. We'll see. So draft lottery time. We don't have any random picks here. We already use those up. You have a New York 1-2 picks at the top with the Knicks and the Nets. The Pelicans pick we have is very late in this draft. Darko does have 1 more year. I'll give him 1 more year. But if we don't win it all next year, I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm not going to look to move Lou Dort yet because I want to see how much Bryce is asking for to come back with. So the Knicks took Dylan Bowman with the number 1 overall pick. Jalen Baldwin went number 2. It looks like Seth Cousins, maybe the son of DeMarcus Cousins there, went 5th overall. It would be really cool if he went to Kentucky. Nah, I went to Florida. All right, so we got Tudor Samori there with pick number 24 out of Hungary. We ended up getting Roland Wennington with our 25th pick. 1 was the Pelicans, 1 was ours, and then Cesar Herrera in the 2nd round. We're going to pick up the team option on Nathan Douglas. It's a decent amount of money. We're going to give Bryce James the qualifying offer. I mean, he shouldn't be demanding that much, right? $12 million, that's fair. I think I'm going to extend him. All right, so what about if I give him a 4-year deal? I still believe in him. Worth a 10.75. It'll go up each year, and I think he should definitely accept that, and he does. 3 years, 36. Maybe should have threw a team option on the final year. Lucas stays in Dallas. Boozer stays in Houston. AJ Demancia stays in OKC. Shaden Sharp goes to Philly. De'Aaron Fox goes to Minnesota. All right, so Lou Dort does regress. He could be out of the rotation next year. We'll see about that because I may want to give Wes Newman minutes over him, but I still like where our team is at and that we can win it all in 2031. And I think I'm going to give Bryce James the starting small forward minutes over OG Anunoby. And yeah, Lou Dort's not going to crack the rotation. I'm going to go probably like 15 minutes to Wes Newman. Let's go 8. We can probably see 20 minutes from Ed Wood, see what he can do. OG Anunoby, maybe 18 minutes. Grady Dick, 28. Douglas, 28. Bryce can get probably 26 minutes a night. Let's do 36 to Barnes, 36 to Edwards, and the remaining to Robert Dillingham at 33 a night. We beat the Honolulu Breeze by 13 to start off the year, in which Ed Woods was our leading scorer off the bench. Okay, I was not expecting that. Then we have back-to-back games here against the Nets, in which we get blown out. VJ Edgecombe goes off. Okay, but then we beat the Wizards by 6. All right, so Grady Dick is a free agent at the end of the year. We're going to give him a decent amount of money that could probably get up to around $27 million by the end of the contract. Yeah, so I'm fine giving him that because we do have Anunoby's $26 million coming off the books at the end of this year. And then Lou Dort's, like, if I wanted to move on from it, like $9 million team option, I could decline. We're currently 39 and 23 right now. Yeah, I guess we're never going to see, like, both Barnes and Edwards like I wanted, like, to drop 27 points per game throughout the regular season, which is fine. Cameron Boozer on the Houston Rockets wins MVP. Kola Topic is just a baller for Omaha right now. We did get Scotty Barnes on All-NBA third team, and we ended the season as the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. I feel like we haven't been the 3 seed in a minute. We're going to be taking on the Washington Wizards in round 1. Our only 20-point per game scorer this year was Scotty Barnes. I mean, Dillingham and Edwards were right there. All right, so to come up with this playoff rotation, Wes Newman, probably 10 minutes a night. Anunoby, still an elite 3-point shooter. I think 18 is fine. I think Ed Woods could probably get like 18 minutes a night. Grady Dick should probably get 28. That's fine. Douglas, probably fine at 26. Barnes can get 38 with Anthony Edwards. Bryce James was solid this year. Still not great 3-point shooter. So we're going to do something like that. Are we maybe close to 5-star system proficiency? We haven't really improved there. So like I said, Darko, this is a big year for you. He dominates the Eastern Conference, but just for some reason, we can't win the finals. Dillingham, Barnes, and Anthony Edwards all going off in round 1. We're taking on the New York Knicks in round 2. Alexander Starr's a 95 overall. Damn, they traded Jalen Brunson for him. He's been a beast. He has. And they have Tyler Smith as well. Oh, man. Okay. Maybe I took them lightly, but they ended up sweeping us. So, yeah, we're not winning the finals once again. We only have 1 finals in this video. I have 3 finals losses, which sucks. But, yeah, the Knicks actually swept us, and then they lose to the Blazers in 7. Isan Almansa is your finals MVP. There goes Julius Randle, D'Lo, Dario Saric, Nurkic, Marcus Smart, Zach LaVine, DiVincenzo. I saw Josh Hart retire. I think we are going to move on from Darko, which I don't want to do, but I'm using him as the scapegoat. Hornets have the Pistons. Wow, the Pistons kind of fell off, it looks like. All right, Steve Kerr. I mean, he's got really good ratings. I'm going to offer him a deal. Missoula has really good ratings. I feel like he'll get blocked. I mean, we could look at Mike Brown. I mean, let me just offer him a deal if I don't have a better option out there. Ime Udoka, I'll try to bring in. I don't know. Chauncey Billups does have good ratings. So, like, I would definitely sign him. Like, he would definitely accept it. I don't know if I would bring him over. So, out of all these guys here, it's either Darko or it's either Chauncey Billups. I'll just keep him around. Wesley Bayless goes number 1 overall to the OKC Thunder. We ended up with Keon Cox there at 26 and Rex Barker there in the 2nd round. We're going to decline the option on... Actually, I have a trade in mind, so I'm going to pick it up. All right, so I was trying to maybe make a move like involving Nathan Douglas. I don't really know because I don't have much salary to throw in on a deal. Like maybe when I still had that Anunoby deal would make sense, but I don't want to move any of my top 4. Maybe if I could somehow pick up Derek Lively, that would be nice. I'd like to keep Ed Wood. So I would do Nathan Douglas, Lou Dort, and Rex Barker for Derek Lively. I think he's a little bit more proven. He's 27 years old, and Nathan Douglas is kind of expensive. I mean, 27 mil for Lively is a lot of money, but he's just, I think, a better rebounder. And I'm going to make this trade. I may regret it in a year from now, but I'm going to make it right now. We don't have any free agents. Wemby is there, but obviously we have no money whatsoever. I mean, we look at our salary cap breakdown. It's a lot. Hey, Anthony Edwards could opt out next year. I'd be a little scared about that. I mean, I could bring back Anunoby. You know what? 2-year deal, team option, might be the 9th man, but I could pick up that team option and use that salary in a trade next year. So we don't see anybody go down at the top. Anunoby goes down a little bit. All right, so this is going to be the rotation. Same starting 4 as last year with Derek Lively at the 5. Now we have Grady Dick, Ed Woods, OG Anunoby, and Wes Newman off the bench. I'm a little nervous about this team. We are up to 4.5-star balance, which is great to see. We start off the season with a dub. Always right. Then we end up beating the Sixers by double digits, but then we ended up losing to the Nets by double digits. And Victor Wembanyama on the Magic is your MVP. We did end the year as the best team in the Eastern Conference. We're going up against Detroit in round 1. We finished with 55 wins. Detroit still has Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Asura Thompson. Here are the stats from the season. We had 3 relatively close 20-point per game guys. I guess Anthony Edwards isn't playing more minutes just because, yeah, we don't really have a true backup point guard. That's why Dillingham's minutes are so high. but Edwards' minutes are getting cut in from, I guess, Grady Dick. I mean, if we go to, like, secondary positions here, I mean, Edwards should get time at small forward. Is Dick? Yeah, he should also get time at small forward as well. But I guess that's really the reason why. So we're taking on Detroit in round 1. Are we able to beat them and advance to round 2? This would be an embarrassing loss for Darko, but we do end up winning in 6. With Scotty Barnes being our leading scorer. So you know what? I think I'm going to switch things up. I think I'm going to play Grady Dick at the 3. How tall is he? He's 6'6". I mean, Anthony Edwards is what, 6'4". So I think Bryce, who's been fine for us, and he was actually pretty good this year, is probably going to get like 20 minutes a night. We're going to go 10 to Wes Newman, even though he was solid this year as well, or at least playing in the playoffs. And I want to see like if 2K will actually play Anthony Edwards a ton of minutes. I would like to see that. And Derek Lively, good rim protector. Hopefully we can continue our run here, and if we could beat Chicago. We lost last year to the Knicks, so thankfully they did lose. We ended up sweeping Chicago. We're taking on the 7-seeded Heat in the conference finals. Scotty Barnes averaged 34.5 points. Dillingham played 40 minutes a night. Edwards at 33. That is improvement. Taking on Miami, who have Bronny now. Did they have Bronny? No, Bronny was in Orlando, so he just likes the state of Florida. Shout out to Bam being there. Zachary Reese-Asher, pretty good player. Thought about taking him over Dillingham, but I think Dillingham is better. No, my God. That was such an easy series, too. Damn it, man. Oh, my God. Bronny's your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Oh, we lost in the conference finals. Oh, my God. We're going into year 10 with just 1 title. We've been to 4 finals in this video, but I've only won 1. That is just so frustrating. Man, I really hope things can change next year. We ended up with Toby Becker in the draft. It looks like this Luigi guy is going to be pretty good. Anthony Edwards opts out. OG, I may look to trade him. We'll see. I'm going to pick that up because I think I should be able to bring back Anthony Edwards even with me picking up OG's contract. He wants $60 million. Okay, I should be able to afford him on this. I mean, it's the final year, so let's just give it to him. Yep, take all my money. 4 years. 265. That's more than I gave him like 3 years ago. I mean, some of these contracts are probably going to be insane. 2 years, 117. 3 for 191. Oh my God. Like, imagine doing like the guys in the 2000s that it was going to be like this in 30 years. I guess, yeah, we are in 2032. All right, this is going to be the final year. Year 10. Come on, Edwards. I need a title from you in Toronto. All right, so for the final season, I think we're still going to roll with the 9-man rotation once again. I think Edwards, he's honestly not a bad facilitator for a center, or like he's an okay 3-point shooter. I think he's going to get 16. We're going to see what Wes Newman can do in 17 minutes. And Anunoby's going to get 18. I think I'm going to start Grady Dick. Bryce James as our 6th man getting 24 minutes tonight. Let's go 30 to Derek Lively. Let's go 36 to Barnes and Edwards. Let's go 35 to Dillingham. And then let's do 28 to Grady Dick. System proficiency, 4.5 stars. Maybe we'll hit 5 at the end of the year. We beat the Heat. Could not do that last year in the playoffs, though. Edwards starts off with 34 minutes, which is a good sign. So in the final year, Cameron Boozer takes home MVP. Lester Gaines, 5th overall pick back in 2031, is your Rookie of the Year. Carlton Carrington, on the Pittsburgh prospect in real life, he wins 6th man of the year. Depoy is Evan Mobley, most improved to Richmond. Darren Peterson, clutch player of the year. And Darko Rajakovic, I'm pretty sure it's his first time winning it, Coach of the Year. We won 60 games, which means we are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We're taking on the 8-seeded Atlanta Hawks in round 1. We had 2 20-point per game scores with Barnes and Dillingham. Anthony Edwards' numbers definitely fell off since coming to Toronto. I will not lie. I don't know how Grady Dick is playing more minutes per night, though, than Anthony Edwards when I have it at an 8 discrepancy, or an 8 difference. 31.5 for Dick, and then he played 30 minutes a night. I don't get it. Like, who is stealing his minutes? Is it Anunoby? Is he listed as a 2? Maybe if I move Anunoby's position to a small forward, that like I won't have to worry about that. So for the playoffs, I mean, it's going to be relatively the same. I think like Woods will get 15, Newman 15, Anunoby 15. Bryce is fine with 24 as the 6th man. I would like to go 38 to Barnes and Edwards, and then 37 to Robert Dillingham. We're taking on the Atlanta Hawks in round 1. They have Lester Gaines, who was the Rookie of the Year. Are we able to defeat them? Oh my God, we lost game 1. Oh my God, no way. We win in 7. Why was that so close? Why? 26 points for Scotty Barnes in that series. I mean, Anthony Edwards played 31 minutes, 38 for Robert Dillingham. Round 2 against Philly. Still have Maxey. They have Shaedon Sharp. Shout out to Kentucky guys, but Sharp never really played there. They have Jalen Duren at the 5. That's a scary team as well. But we win at 5. And once again, we're back in the conference finals. We're taking on the team that beat us last year, the Miami Heat. This time, though, they are the 3 seed. They also have Cooper Flagg. Oh, and DJ Wagner. All right. Yep. We might be screwed. Please. Oh, my God. Let's go. We're in the finals. All right. Year 10. Finals appearance. This would be a storybook ending Robert Dillingham Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The Thunder have beaten us in the finals twice, back in 28 and 29. We have a chance to go out on top and finally avenge those losses for Jamal Murray and guys that were there. Dariq Whitehead, maybe times, I forget, but that were there at least on those teams. Precious Achiuwa. Anthony Edwards balled out with Robert Dillingham in the conference finals. Game 1 against OKC. We win. All right. We won by 30. All right, please. Game number 2. We win. We won by 27. Come on. We could do this. Game 3. Boys, I think we're going to do it. Don't blow a 3-0 lead. I will cry. Yes, we sweep them. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, man. Robert Dillingham is your finals MVP. And I'm glad we are able to go out on top, man. That was a brutal stretch. I thought we were going to have a dynasty. We won it in 27 in year 3. But then we ended up losing 3 in a row. Lost to the Knicks in 2031. Then lost to the Heat last year in the conference finals. And then won it all. And then won it all this year. We actually won it all in year 4, excuse me. This Donovan Mitchell year, I just kind of completely missed. So yeah, 10 years. We ended up winning 2 finals. We lost 3. I hope you guys did enjoy. This was a super fun 10-year rebuild. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Thank you if you're still watching at this point. I love you guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.